Welcome to day 30. Today we're going to be talking about Job chapter 38 to 40. Finally, here in chapter 38, the Lord reveals his omnipotence to Job. Omnipotence meaning he's all powerful. He goes from verses 1 to 6. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, "Who is this who darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Now prepare yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me, if you have understanding, who determined its measurements? Surely you know, or who stretched the line upon it? To what were its foundations fastened, or who laid its cornerstone?" Now these are just few questions out of about 66 to 77 questions, rapid fire questions by God, until towards the end. And these are rhetorical questions until finally Job's response in chapter 40, verses 3 to 5 was, "Then Job answered the Lord and said, Behold, I am vile. What shall I answer you? I lay my hand over my mouth. Once I have spoken, but I will not answer. Yes, twice, but I will proceed no further." That seems to me the response of godly people when confronted with the character of God. Hopefully, that's my hope that you, on the other side, who's hearing this, you might think that God is not holy or he's unfair, but we saying that is more of a reflection of our own character. Let's put it this way. Let's say if someone who's known to be a bad person, or let's say a criminal, a proven criminal who kills, and to him he is good, he's righteous before his own eyes, I wouldn't take it as a compliment if he calls me a good person. I don't want him to say, "Oh, that's GI, we're cool, we're good, he's my guy, he's a good guy." That would be problematic to me because he sees himself as a good person. Similarly, if a sinner who doesn't want to repent will call God evil, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because to him, that person, he's already holy and he's perfect, he's proud, but he might not admit it, but he's the God of his own life. He built his own kingdom. So the idea of God being good and just, that's that doesn't sit well with them, which is a reflection of the similarity that I'm trying to connect. So it makes sense for them to call God evil because it is a reflection of their character. Now it sounds like I'm demonizing that person, but on the flip side, they are demonizing the holy God. So this is me talking kind of like Elihu. I am justifying God who is good all the time, and we are not. So that's, oh, I'm not done yet. My takeaway here is that's kind of my takeaway already earlier, but there's more. I like Albert Einstein's quote on this one. If you look up his quotes, he's not only all about mathematics or science. His quotes about spirituality, about his humility towards learning, is also applied towards his idea of maybe there's God, or I think he's a theist. I mean, he's Jewish, but I gotta look up what his beliefs are exactly. He says, "Everyone who is seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that a spirit is manifest in the laws of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of men, and one in the face of which we, with our modest powers, must feel humble." This is what I meant when Albert Einstein is expressing his humility towards a higher power. Keep in mind, this is one of the smartest people in not only in the recent millennia. I don't know. He's on top of that. I kind of wish I was a scientist, but I'm far from that right now. Um, in Proverbs 2, verse 6, it says, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." Here also, before I end this, I'm attaching a list of Christian scientists who you might find surprising, but they are kind of like what Johann Kepler, when I mentioned him yesterday, his attitude to pursue truth, science, is the same as his attitude towards God. So I believe, although science has been recently hijacked by atheism or not so God fearing people, I believe it's time to take that back. That to believe in God is a rational move, and it's the most expected move. I would argue, and I'm willing to discuss that. So thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate you. My hope, my prayer is that you would seek God through the Bible, and please take very good care of yourself. Bye bye.